I absolutely love collecting games for my PS4. The system has a huge library of all types of variety of games, and that's why I love it so much. But the best part is that you guys don't have to break the bank to be able to play loads of amazing games on the PS4. I'm your host as always, KMACK time, and today I'm going over another look at 10 cheap and fun PS4 games. Now these games can typically be picked up online or in stores like GameStop or on Amazon for around $20 or less, which is a total steal because some of them are great games. With that got out of the way, guys, let's jump in with number 10, Dragon Age Inquisition. Now this is an RPG by BioWare, so you know it's going to be a quality game. It's the third installment of the series, and it's much better than Dragon Age 2 in my opinion, but that's just, me talking here. But anyway, the game looks amazing on the PS4, and even better on the PS4 if you have one. And its very interesting storyline will keep you entertained for countless hours. You guys explore throughout the lands, leveling up and doing side quests and all kinds of cool, fun stuff to do. Also, as you would expect from BioWare, the game has a great amount of customization you can do to your character. It's so deep. It also has a very deep crafting system that further allows you to personalize your character and items and swords and weapons. Super fun there. You can get lost in hundreds of hours of gameplay. Got a lot of replayability. You can go back and change your character and do the whole game storyline again as a different soldier or a different race. Super cool there. I love that. And of course, the game is very cheap these days. You usually get it for around $10 to $15 for a used copy at GameStop or Amazon. Next up is actually two games by Telltale Games, and this is such an incredibly good series. There's actually a third installment that was recently released, but it's over $25, it's like $35. But if you're looking for zombie killing goodness on the cheap, then seasons 1 and 2 of The Walking Dead can be found for around $15 to $20 each used. And they are well worth the money, especially if you're a fan of the show. That makes it practically a no-brainer for you to pick them up and give them a play. Anyway, the games are the typical Telltale interactive graphic adventure that we all know and love, mixed in, of course, with zombie horror survival elements. And the storyline is very well written. It makes for a very fun playthrough. The characters are very likable and relatable, and it's just kind of gripping at times. Like I said, the first 2 seasons are dirt cheap right now. They're definitely worth picking up. If you guys are a fan of the series, definitely go out and get yourself a copy of either one of these games. Our next game got its start as a Vita game, but quickly gained a following and was remastered for the PS4. Tearaway Unfolded is a cute platforming game that has such a unique graphic style. It's such a charming paper world. It looks truly amazing on the PS4 hardware. The game is undoubtedly fun, and even though the game is kind of short, it's still a game that all PS4 owners, I feel like they should at least experience at least once. It is one of the only games that fully takes advantage of the PS4 controller abilities, and it's super cool to turn pages or to sketch objects using the touch feature on the controller. Not a lot of games do that, and even fewer games that do it well, but this game absolutely does. Again, it's an incredibly cheap game these days. You guys can pick up a used copy for under $20 on Amazon or at GameStop, so there's really no reason to not pick up this hidden gem and give it a go. In the last episode of Cheap Games, we went over The Last of Us, but with the upcoming Crash Insane collection and the recently announced Jack and Daxter collection, the PS4 is a great place to play older games. With that said, God of War 3 Remastered is a great way to get back into the series as we wait for the release of Dead of War later this year. There's not much I can say about this series you guys probably don't already know. It's an absolutely incredible series, and a must-own, a must-play for any PlayStation player out there. The hack-and-slash combat system is one of the best ever. It's fast-paced and flowing, and you can get immersed in the combat. Not to mention, it's one of the coolest storylines ever. I mean, you get to kill gods. It's freaking so cool. The massive set-piece battles are always super fun. I love this series, and this is a great way to get back into it. And you guys are getting ready for God of War 4 that drops out later this year. This is the perfect way to do that. Another amazing open world RPG is Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor, and man, can you guys get lost in this game for days and days. It is so deep and so addicting that you'll find yourself playing for hours and hours on end. Again, another incredible looking game on the PS4 that really takes advantage of the horsepower of the newer hardware. And again, PS4 Pro, it'll look a little bit better, run a little bit smoother, so if you have one of those, a game to be looking at. I absolutely love the combat system in this game, and its storyline is crazy good. It's got so many plot twists along the way to keep you entertained and keep you scratching your head, not really knowing where the story's going to go, but wanting to play more. They recently just announced a sequel, Shadow of War. It will be coming out later this summer, so now is the perfect time to hop back into this series, or if you guys have never played this series, perfect time to jump in, and you guys can get a copy of this game used for just $15 at GameStop or Amazon. So perfect time, like I said, to jump back in, get this game, play it. You guys can get ready for the upcoming sequel coming out later this year. Mega Man is an all-time classic series in gaming, and despite the flop of a spiritual sequel, Mighty No. 9, there actually is an amazing Mega Man game on the PS4. The Mega Man Legacy Collection puts all 6 original NES games on one disc, and it's absolutely wonderful. With the prices of NES carts skyrocketing, it can be kind of hard these days to get your hand on original copies, which kind of sucks. I know the Mega Man 1 it goes for like $70, $80, and Mega Man 5 goes for over $100, the actual cart. And that's absolutely ridiculous. But this game is loaded with extra content like artwork and musical tracks, which are some of the best in gaming history. Who doesn't love the theme or intro from Mega Man 2? It's so iconic. When they have that at option, just go in and have that as a track to listen to is super cool. We got, like I said, 6 full games there for you. Some of the best platforming adventure games of all time. It also has online leaderboards for its all-new challenge mode, where you guys can put your skills to the test against everyone else. This is a very solid collection of classic games. You guys can pick up a copy for just $20 new at GameStop, or even cheaper used on Amazon. Street Fighter is another timeless fighting game, and Street Fighter V is a great entry into the series. It's also a PS4 exclusive, and it's definitely one that's worth checking out. Now, I know it had its problems at launch, and many fighting game fans were turned off by this, but they have since patched the game several times, making it a much better experience, and one that's actually a lot of fun now. Who doesn't love sitting down on the couch with a buddy and actually beating their brains in until someone gets bad enough to throw a controller? I mean, I absolutely love that style of gameplay. And Street Fighter V graphics on top of that are great on the PS4. It has a totally rockin' soundtrack that just keeps you pumped up and ready to fight the entire time you're playing. I still do prefer Mortal Kombat XL to this game, but for just $15, you can't not pick this game up and try it out. It's an absolute steal for that price, and any fighting fan should have a copy in their collection. As you guys can probably tell from this list and other previous videos I've done, I really enjoy the Telltale games, and Telltale Batman has to be one of my favorites. I mean, the way that every decision you make can drastically change the direction of the game really gives it so much replayability. You can go back and remake those decisions, or if you mess up, you can redo it. Such a cool and interesting way to do a story like this. Just as you expect, the storyline is very good. It's full of twists and turns to keep you guessing on the edge of your seat the entire way through, for sure. Honestly, it's just one of the better Batman games I've played in recent memory, and that's really saying something, because with Arkham series, there's been some really good ones, but this one can really stand up next to it. I really believe that it's that good, and like I said, dirt cheap these days. You can get it for around $15 to $20, depending if you want it new or used. But take it from me, guys, if you're a superhero fan, this is a game you must check out. Super cheap to pick up, and you won't be disappointed in it. Now, if you're looking for a game that is just endless amounts of mindless fun, and one that isn't that hard to get into, then look no further than Rocket League. And oh my god, do I love this game. The simple concept of just driving race cars and playing soccer with them sounds super cool, but when you add in rocket boosters and flying and trick shots and all playing online with your friends, you have a recipe for one hell of a great game, and this one delivers 100%. The Rocket League is one of the best games I've played on PS4 so far. I love playing with my friends, and it never fails to entertain us with its super fast-paced intensity, but still somehow unpredictable and wackiness. And it's just super fun. We always bust out laughing. Someone ends up hitting the goal the wrong way or something like that. You hit your own goal and everyone's cracking up. Whether you're a casual like me or someone who can get super hardcore, I mean, this game can get super hardcore as well. You can actually start flying and doing goals in the air and stuff like that if you get really deep into it. So you can be your casual or hardcore fans there. And right now, you can download it for just $20 from the PSN store. But if you're like me and you want a physical copy, it's only a few bucks more. It's like $23 on Amazon to get a physical copy right now. Super good time to get into this game. It's a very, very cool game. Absolutely love this one. And finally, a game that there really is no reason not to have in your collection is Uncharted 4. Easily one of the best games on PS4 so far, and one you simply have to play. It recently received a massive price drop to around $25 for a new copy, but you can get it for around $15 to $20 if you find a copy used, and that is a great price for such an amazing game. The game looks absolutely beautiful on the PS4, and on the PS4 Pro even more so. It really shows off what the system can do, and of course it has an absolutely amazing storyline that will keep you guessing the entire time as well. The sense of adventure you guys get from this game, from exploring the jaw-dropping environments, is also something you just can't get in many other games. Absolutely love this series. This is personally my favorite in the series. I've played all four. Right up there with number 2 for how good it is. Super good game. When you guys, with it being so cheap right now, it's the perfect time to pick it up. If you guys, for whatever reason, missed out on this game, didn't get a copy, or were waiting for a price drop, now's the time to jump in and play this game. Won't disappoint you at all. You'll absolutely love this game, I promise. But anyway, guys, that's all I have time for today. I hope you all enjoyed. If you guys did, make sure to hit that like button, as it really helps my channel out when you guys do that. Also, feel free to subscribe for more gaming content in your sub boxes daily. Check out some of my previous cheap and fun videos I've done. Other videos on the PS4 and Xbox One. Links in the end slate and the description. But until next time, guys, remember that's always KMACK time somewhere. Until then, take it easy and peace out.
Ninja.